Second semester consists of cadets completely. Hence, we have to see some spotters and slides regarding the cadets. So, already in our theory class, yesterday and the day before yesterday, we discussed about the general characters and the classification of cadets. The Chordata, that phylum was divided into three subphylums: Urochordata, Cephalochordata, and Vertebrata. I think already you know very well about it. The Urochordata, in which the headmania will be there. Okay. The notochord is limited to tail of them. And the Cephalochordata, in which the notochord is present in their head region, and we named them as a typical and model chordates because of they possess the chordata characters permanently throughout their life. The other subphylum here is a Vertebrata, but here no notochord, completely notochord is absent. That is replaced by a vertebral column. So, from Urochordata onwards, we have to see some of representative organisms of all these from classes like fishes, amphibia, reptilia, aves, and mammals. Here, all of you now write down Amphioxus. Okay? Yes, is it clearly visible? అందరికి కనపడుతుంది కదా?
No, sir.
నోనా వినపడలేదా? My voice is clearly audible or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Video visible or not?
No, sir.
Video is not visible.
Yes, sir.
Now my video, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So now video, audio both are visible and clear. Yes? Okay. Now the Amphioxus, here that is belong to phylum Chordata. అది కార్డేటాకు సంబంధించిందని మనం ఎలా చెప్పాలి అంటే అబ్జర్వేషన్ ఆఫ్ ఏ డార్సల్ ట్యూబులర్ నర్వ్ కార్డ్ అండ్ నోటోకార్డ్ అండ్ గిల్ స్లిట్స్, ఆల్ దీస్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఆర్ seen in that organism. Group Acraniata, how, in which character? By observing that character in that organism, we can say that that is belong to Acraniata, means no head, a cranium or a brain. Cranium is completely absent. Cranium is completely absent. Okay. So once the cranium is not there, means such organisms are grouped under Acraniata. Subphylum is Cephalochordata. How we can say that that is belong to subphylum Cephalochordata? Anybody can guess? చెప్పండి, సబ్ఫైలం అని మనం ఏ విధంగా దాన్ని డిసైడ్ చేయగలుగుతామంటే ఏం చెప్పాలా? ప్రజెన్స్ ఆఫ్ notochord in the head region. Presence of notochord ఎక్కడ ఉందంట? హెడ్ రీజియన్. సో ఇట్ ఈస్ సెడ్ టు బి a cephalochordate. Presence of a dorsal tubular nerve cord and a notochord and pharyngeal gill slits. If all these three characters are seen in any organism, that organism in generally belong to chordates. So ఏమంటున్నా presence of dorsal tubular nerve cord, pharyngeal gill slits, notochord, post anal tail. If all these characters are there, simply we can say that that organism is now belong to chordates. ఏమని చెప్పాలి? When we see all this, what are them? See here, a dorsal tubular nerve cord and pharyngeal gill slits and notochord. Okay, and the other one is a post anal tail. If all these characters are there in any organism, that organism should be belong to chordates. ఏమని చెప్పాలి? Chordates. Okay. The other one is here numerous numbers of pharyngeal gill slits if they are present in that organism, that is belong to class Leptochordae. Here example organism is Amphioxus, that is now genus. Species is Lanceolatus. Okay. Now what are the characters are there? Now commonly that Amphioxus is called as a lancelet. ఏమంటున్నా? Commonly we called as a lancelet. Yes, all of you kindly respond and immediately learn that topic immediately today, this minute itself. When we know the characters of this one and the coming ones, automatically we will get a knowledge and a gaining of knowledge that also will be useful to write the some of the questions in theory examinations also. Okay, if we learn about Amphioxus carefully, we can able to write some of the characters of Cephalochordata also. Yes, Vintanara? If we learn the characteristic features of Hetmania, that is belong to Urochordata in this practical class, that also may help us to write the answer for write about the general characters of Urochordata. So wherever we are reading, wherever we are studying, that knowledge also will help us at some way. Even the practical knowledge also will help to write the theory examinations. You remember that. Now here Amphioxus, commonly called as a lancelet. It was first discovered by Pallas. Adult is less than 5 cm long and has a superficially fish-like structure. And the body is very important, elongated, flattened, non-pigmented. And other one is pointed at both ends. As the name implies, anterior end projects forward as a rostrum. Dorsal ventral caudal fins are now low and continuously available. They are interconnected. So there are two lateral fins or metapleural folds are there. Ventral mouth is guarded by a oral hood containing a oral cirri. Pharynx is voluminous, having gill slits, endostyle, epipharyngeal grooves, and peripharyngeal bands are also there. So atria pore, that is a median and ventral anus on left side. Very important. The myotomes are arranged on both sides of the body as a metamerical blocks of striated muscle fibers, and especially they are separated by V-shaped partitions. What are there? V-shaped partitions called as a myosepta or mycomata. Okay. Notochord is an axial skeletal rod extending from anterior to the posterior, and the nerve cord lies just above the notochord. Okay. Anyhow, this is the diagram. This is the notochord. See this. This is notochord. That notochord is now present where? Ekkadundi telusuna notochord adi? So this is the anterior end of the organism, that is the head region. So that notochord is present at head region. Yes, we are now not saying that notochord is limited to tail. We are saying here the notochord is present in the head region. That is the notochord, and so many small structures are here. A hair-like structures are there called as a cirri. They are present around the mouth, hence it is called as a oral cirri. And a hood-like structure is there called as a oral hood. Now all are gonads. And here you observe metaploor, atriopore, and ventral fin. Ventral fin rays are there, caudal fin, and myotomes. You see here the V-shaped partitions called as a myosepta or mycomata. Okay, so these are myotomes. So dorsal fin ray, etc. Both anterior end and posterior end both are sharp in nature here. The anterior end is somewhat moved out in front of the head region, that becomes a rostrum. Gonads, 26 pairs are here, metamerically arranged. All these gonads are simply arranged in a particular manner. The two sexes are separate but without sexual dimorphism. Male and female both will be separate, but no clear-cut demarcation in between them. Yes. Yes, what are the special features in this? Eyes, nose, ears, jaws and appendages are completely absent. Is there any eye? See the diagram. Yes, all of you respond and say the answer. This is our practical class. We have to learn something by seeing that diagram. Yes, is it there any presence of eyes?
No, sir.
Nose?
No, sir.
Ears, jaws, even appendages? No.
No, sir.
No eye, no nose, no ears, no jaws and no appendages. All are completely absent. Amphiaxis is of a special zoological interest because it shows three distinctive characters of the phylum Chordata. Even all important some structures are now not able to see in their body, but not available in their body, but there is an importance is there because of certain important Chordata fundamental characters are present in their body throughout their lifetime. Okay. Now here see this presence of notochord, narochord and gill slits. Okay. Is it visible? The highlighted wordings are visible to you.
Sir.
Presence of notochord, presence of a narochord and presence of gill slits, all these three are permanently seen in their body. Once again, all of you say that. Presence of a notochord,
Presence of notochord.
presence of a narochord
Presence of notochord.
and presence of a gill slits.
Presence of gill.
Yes, very good. All these three characters are permanently seen in their body. Hence, we named them as a typical chordates and model chordates because of all these three characters are permanently present in their body throughout జీవితాంతం ఉంటుంది. But in the case of Urochordata and in the case of Vertebrata, we are unable to see the fundamental characters of chordates permanently. Okay, that's why a special interest is there for Amphiaxis. Further, Amphiaxis now here shows a combination of primitive, specialized and degenerate features. What are the primitive features? Include notochord extending into the snout also. Here, this one, that one. Here notochord is now present and extended to the head region, snout region. Okay. Segmented myotomes. All these V-shaped structures are there. Here myotomes. Yes. Myotomes are there. Myotomes are there. Yes. Now the next one. Striate intestine is there. Absence of jaws, absence of paired fins. Ciliary feeding and no specialized heart. Filter feeders, ciliary feeding. You see the snout region around the mouth, there will be a cirri, oral cirri are there. Food materials are going to be filtered before to take them into the mouth. Yes. And the specialized features comprise to elaborate velum and a oral hood. This is a oral hood, elaborate velum and a number of gill slits. Yes, the reduced brain and sense organs are now degenerate features. Some specialized characters are, some primitive characters are there, some degenerated characters are there. Identification. What are the characteristic features by which we can say that is amphiaxis? Since the animal contains oral hood, spindle-shaped body, myotomes, only I think spindle-shaped body with myotomes, oral hood, number of gill slits. Presence of all these characters, we can say that it may be amphiaxis. Okay. Now, see once again, the commonly amphiaxis are called as a, yes, mere cheppali fast ga. Commonly that amphiaxis now called as a, lancelet. Discovered by Pallas. Okay. Now here fish-like body, fish-like structure is there. Body is elongated, flattened and non-pigmented and pointed at both ends. Now anterior end projects forward as the rostrum, and one more important one, myotomes are there, V-shaped structures are there. Myotomes are arranged on both sides of the body as metamerical blocks of striated muscle fibers. Myotomes are in the form of muscle fibers and they are separated by V-shaped partitions called as a myosepta and mycomata. Okay. Notochord is extended to snout of the organism. So by observing all these characters, we can say that the given slide, it is said to be the given spotter, it is said to be amphiaxis. Once again you see the diagram. You see here notochord is there. Yes. Cursor is visible. Cursor kanapartunda. Here notochord is extended to the head region. Snout దగ్గరికి వచ్చింది. Now around the mouth there is a oral hood and the mouth is encircled by velum and is with so many cirri called as a oral cirri. So presence of a oral cirri, presence of a oral hood, observing of a notochord in the snout region, in the head region, and segmentally arranged gonads, V-shaped myotomes. By observing all these characters, the given spotter may be treated as a amphiaxis. So anyhow, anybody can say now, చెప్పండి నేను చెప్పిన characters. By which characters we can say that the given spotter is belonging to amphiaxis? చెప్పాలి. Your voice is important, your voice is important, your response is important. What are the characters? Very few characters of amphiaxis. చెప్పాలమ్మా. Don't waste your time. Characters of amphiaxis. Okay. ఇక్కడ ఐడెంటిఫికేషన్ క్యారెక్టర్స్ ఆఫ్ amphiaxis అంటే నెంబర్ 1, notochord is extended to snout. Okay, number of gill slits are here. Metamerically, segmentally arranged gonads. Presence of oral hood, snout is there, presence of oral hood, a V-shaped myotomes are there, and oral cirri, V-shaped myotomes, myocomata, and oral cirri. Observing of all these character, the given spotter is said to be as a Amphioxus. So it was commonly known as Chapalamma, commonly known as, yes, hello, ma andar kinapartunda, hello, students,
చెప్పండి సార్.
commonly called as Yamanali.
Lancelet sir.
Very good, lancelet. Good. Now it was identified by, discovered by
Pallas.
Pallas. Okay. Enough. Now the next one, no need to discuss about banana grasses here. Now come to the ascidians. Yes, I will give the information regarding this. In Urochordata, if we observe the characteristic features of Urochordata, here is notochord is present in tail. Then they shows a kind of retrogressive metamorphosis. I mean, here is a larva, here is developing into adult. Larva will have a primitive characters, larva will develop advanced characters, even systems, organs, everything. That kind of metamorphosis is called as a progressive metamorphosis. But now here a larva is there that is converted to adult by metamorphosis, but here that larva will have a all advanced fundamental chordata characters. All fundamental chordata characters are there. Mean presence of a notochord, here presence of a notochord, presence of a gill slits, presence of a post anal tail, presence of a dorsal tubular nerve cord. All these fundamental chordata characters are present in the larva, exhibited by the larva. Due to the presence of a tail, that larva can swim freely in the water for some time. After that, they can be settled in the bottom of the sea on a particular substratum, and they lose their tail. They become sedentary mode of living organism. So free swimming nature will be loosened by them. No further movement will be seen. They lose their tail. Once they lose their tail, the notochord present in their tail also will be loosened. So the notochord is present in tail. Notochord and tail, everything is in the larva. Presence of a notochord in the larva means larva shows fundamental chordata character. But now here, when it becomes adult, the tail is loosened by that organism, and along with the loosening of tail, the notochord is also loosened. The dorsal tubular nerve cord also will be loosened. It may be limited to as a ganglia only. Okay, so like that, all fundamental chordata characters are now going to be loosened by the larva when it converted into adult by the metamorphosis. That metamorphosis called as a retrogressive metamorphosis. ఏమంటున్నా? retrogressive metamorphosis అంటున్నా. ఓకే, ఈజ్ ఇట్ క్లియర్? చెప్పాలా?
Yes, sir.
Now we will see the Eggmania. ఇంకొకటి ఏమిటంటే another important character of all Urochordates. Other name of Urochordata there, that is tunicata. I write in here tunicata. Because of their body wall is composed of a tunicin. Their body wall is now composed of tunicin, a kind of a protein which is now similar with cellulose like material. So the tunicin composed body wall is there, that is called as a test. Test is now the name of a body wall that was consists of a protein in the name of tunicin. Hence we named them as a tunicata. Yes, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Urochordata అని ఎందుకు అంటున్నామంట? Due to the presence of notochord in their tail region. Hence we named them as a Urochordata. Another name is also given to them, that is a tunicata, because of a tunicin, a protein present in their body wall, and to become a test. So that test is with tunicin, hence it is called as a tunicata. Okay, and here I think see this. Is it visible? Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is the diagram. Okay, this is the substratum, and here is one opening. Here is also one opening. This is atrial aperture. Aperture. Here is one another opening, brachial opening. Yes, brachial opening. Now this is the test. In most of the textbooks, the diagram again will be like this. Like this. Okay. Here is again brachial aperture, atrial aperture. The remaining is a test. Now it will be attached with the substratum, etc. That diagram also will be there. But now whatever it may be, there are two apertures are there, brachial aperture and atrial apertures are there. And one more another important one here is presence of a test one thing, presence of a atrial aperture one thing, presence of brachial aperture one thing, and sometimes wherever whenever a predator comes very near to them, or any dangerous environment if it is there, if like they have a thing, in such times whatever the water present in their body will comes out immediately forcefully, just like a water comes from fountain. Hence we named them as a sea squirts. Yamantaru? Sea squirts. Yes, Quirts. Okay. By ejecting the water from their body through the atrial and brachial aperture forcefully, just like a water coming from fountain. Now ascidians, commonly called as, see here the first line of that characters. What is that? Ascidians are commonly called as sea skirts. Okay. Shape of body, that is a very short, cylindrical with broad base. Here is broad base attached to the rocky substratum. And another one is test. Another one is a test. Test is made up of, Chapali. Test is made up of, Chapalama. Test is made up of
Tunisin protein, sir.
Yes, tunisin protein. Anteriorly body contains 8-lobed terminal branchial siphon and 6-lobed subterminal atrial siphon having mouth and anus. Two siphons are here, brachial siphon and atrial siphon. Now 8-lobed terminal brachial siphon is there, 6-lobed terminal atrial siphon is there, having a mouth and anus. Mouth is surrounded by 50 to 100 tentacles. Brachial siphon lead to the pharynx, which is now perforated by stigmata. Now dorsal tubercle separated from the nerve ganglia and membranous dorsal lamina, that character is not visible. Stomach with a smooth wall and left side of the pharynx is occupied by bent pharynx. Excretory organs are now renal vesicles, anus, double lipped one, monoecious, ovary, testis in the same animal. Reproduction is sexual, oviparous, metamorphosis is retrogressive. That is more important. So what are the special characters which are seen here in that diagram? ఏమున్నాయి అని మనం గమనిస్తే ఏమున్నాయి? There are some compound ascidians in which individuals are now buried in a common test. The development includes tailed larva exhibiting a typical chordata characters. I think already we discussed all these things on the board also by using board. Having a notochord, dorsal tubular nerve cord is there, post-anal tail is there, pharyngeal gill slits are more in number, etc. All these are exhibited by the larva. Okay, Kovalevsky in the year 1886 carefully studied the development of larval ascidians and brilliantly demonstrated that the position of the group among chordates. The tunicates are now best understood by studying first free living larva of an ascidian than the adult. Adult కన్నా ascidian larvaను మనం స్టడీ చేస్తేనే మనకు విషయాలు ఎక్కువగా తెలుస్తాయి. Compound ascidians reproduce asexually by germination and also produce eggs and sperms for sexual reproduction. Identification. ఎన్ని siphons ఉన్నాయి? అసలు siphons అనేటివి ఉన్నాయి. That also one of the important identification character. So animal contains lobed siphons. 8 lobed siphons are there in the brachial and 6 lobed ones are there in atrial siphon and a presence of 2 siphons. వింటున్నారా?
Yes, sir.
8 lobed siphons are there in brachial aperture. 6 lobed siphons are there for atrial aperture. And the entire body will have a test. And one end of the body is attached with the substratum. So, based on such characters, we can say that the given spatter is treated as a head mania, that is an ascidian. ఓకే సరే మనం యూరో కార్డేటా అని ఎందుకు చెప్పాలి అని ఎవరన్నా అడిగినారనుకో, ఫైలం కార్డేటాకి ఇది సంబంధించిందని ఎలా చెప్తాం? dorsal tubular nerve cord, gill slits and notochord, if all these 3 characters are there in their body, then we say that that organism is belong to
Chordata, sir.
Chordata. Acrania అన్నామనుకో, no cranium present in their body, hence they may be grouped under acrania. Urochordata belong అవుతుందని ఎలా చెప్తాం? ఈజీ, ఎవరైనా చెప్పండి. ఏం అఖిల?
Tail, sir.
No
notochord.
No notochord కాదు. Notochord present only in the larval tail. ఇక్కడ యూరోకార్డేట్ అంటే మెరైన్ బాడీ ఈస్ కవర్డ్ బై థిక్ టెస్ట్ ఈస్ దేర్, వన్ క్యారెక్టర్. ఇక్కడ నో notochord, దట్ ఈస్ రాంగ్. ద notochord present only in larval tail. ఇక్కడ mistakenly that NO letters are here. Notochord is, ఇది notochord, nochord అని చూడండి, స్పెల్లింగ్ తప్పుంది ఇక్కడ. yes, you see here the entire one is a noto, TO అది, by mistakenly that was typed. ఓకే, అర్థమైందా?
Yes, sir.
ఫస్ట్ ఎవరు అమ్మాయి నో notochord అని చెప్పారు? ఎవరు అమ్మాయి? చెప్పండి, ఎవరమ్మాయి? చూడండి, ఎవరైనా ఏదైనా పొగుడుతారు అని అనుకున్నప్పుడు వెంటనే నేను సార్ అని చెప్పడం గొప్ప కాదు. ఎవరైనా ఏదైనా పొరపాటున తప్పుగా పలికినప్పుడు మనం పిలిస్తే ఎస్ సార్, దట్ మిస్టేకెన్లీ ఐ సెడ్ దట్ అని చెప్పేవాళ్ళే గొప్పవాళ్ళు. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి, నో notochord ప్రజెంట్ అని చెప్పింది ఎవరు? ఎవరమ్మా? హలో. Now everything is now going to be form a video. Once the class is over, after that we will see the video. Automatically the voice will be identified who said like that. yes, తెలిసిపోతుందా లేదా? ఎవరు పలకడం లేదంటే వినపడడం లేదా?
Audible, sir.
ఆడిబుల్. మళ్ళీ ఎవరు చెప్పండి ఇప్పుడు, ఎవరు నో notochord అని చెప్పింది?
Sir, I will go to drink water, sir. So I will not respond, sir.
Okay, good. So who are you? What is your name?
Pujita, sir.
Okay. No notochord, that is not the correct answer here. Already we know that notochord is present in the urochordate, and especially that notochord is present in the tail of them. Tail is present in the larva. So larva will have a tail. Tail is with notochord. You remember that?
Okay, sir.
Due to the presence of a notochord in the tail region, we named it as a urochordata. Okay. Now Ascidiaceae, numerous pharyngeal gill slits are there. ఇంకొక విషయం బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోండి, when they go for retrogressive metamorphosis, the notochord will be disappear. Now dorsal tubular nerve cord is going to be degenerate. Post anal tail will be loosened, but the only one thing is going to be increased, that is pharyngeal gill slits will increase in the number. The number of pharyngeal gill slits only will be increased. Okay. All other fundamental chordata characters may be loosened by that larva when it converted into adult, but this pharyngeal gill slits are always will be more in the adult one compared with the larva one. You remember. So numerous gill slits are there, and that is a characteristic feature of Acidiaceae. Okay. Now, already we know that atrial aperture, brachial aperture. Brachial aperture is with 8 lobed siphon. Atrial aperture is with 6 lobed siphon. So observing all these character along with the test that will cover the entire body. Okay. It is said to be the given organism is Acidia. So ఎవరైనా మిమ్మల్ని అసిడియా లేదా ఈ హెడ్మేనియా అన్నటువంటిది యూరోకార్డేటాకు సంబంధించింది ఎలా అని అడిగితే ఏం చెప్పాలా?
Presence of notochord in the tail, larval tail, sir.
Okay, so very good. Presence of a notochord in their larva, in their tail of their larva. లార్వాలో ఉన్నటువంటి టెయిల్ లో నోటోకార్డ్ ఉంటుంది కాబట్టి yes, that is belong to the యూరోకార్డేటా. వెరీ గుడ్. నౌ కమ్ టు ద పెట్రోమైజాన్. మీరు పెట్రోమైజాన్ చూసేదానికి బిఫోర్ గా మీకు లిమిటెడ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ బ్రెయిన్ లో ఏముండాలి? ఐ థింక్ all of you immediately after the completion of this hour you please go through watch our video. Yes, వింటున్నారా? అర్థమవుతుందా?
Yes, sir.
Briefly today also I will write a few important things regarding that because of all of you. Now number 1, here is a card data. Is it clear? కనబడుతుందా?
Yes, sir.
Card data. Immediately we have to remember certain important characters. I will write them shortly. Dorsal tubular nerve cord 1. Dorsal tubular nerve cord, that will be the one structure. Post anal tail notochord, and another one is pharyngeal gill slits. So all are the important chordata characters. Okay. The phylum chordata immediately divided into 3. One is Urochordata, other one is Cephalochordata, another one is Vertebrata. Urochordata and Cephalochordata collectively called as a protochordates. Okay, and in both of them no cranium. Yes, acraniata. Generally the brain will be present inside the cranium. Here is now that cranial box is not there, and primitively we are calling them as a primitive chordates, lower chordates, or protochordates. Now this Urochordata can be divided into 3 kinds. Acidiaceae, that is a class. Here Acidiaceae, that is a class. Importantly, test is there, retrogressive metamorphosis is there, RMM. Retrogressive metamorphosis is there. Entire body is covered by test. Okay. ఈ యూరోకార్డేటాలో ఒకే ఒక క్యారెక్టర్ బాగా గుర్తుపెట్టుకోవాలా? ఏమిటి? notochord is present in the tail. Ante. Notochord is present in the tail of that organism. Now the Urochordata divided into Acidiaceae. Acidiaceae test is there. Retrogressive metamorphosis is there. Example, Herdmania. Herdmania. What is the name? Sea skulls. Sea skulls. And what because of they can eject water forcefully from their body to outside whenever there is a dangerous situation around them. Now another one is Thalliaceae. Thalliaceae. I think circular muscles are there on their body. Circular muscles are there on their body. Salpa, Doliola, Pyrozoma are the good examples. Salpa, Doliola, these two are nothing but they show alternative generation. Alternative generation is exhibited clearly by Salpa and Doliola. And Pyrozoma, they show bioluminescence. Bioluminescence. And emission of light from living organism. Especially, there is a special kind of protein called as a luciferin. Is it clearly visible? Luciferin. A special protein is present in their body that will go for oxidation in the presence of oxygen and it becomes oxyluciferin and emits light. That process called as a bioluminescence. And one molecule of ATP also will be consumed for the production of light, hence it is called as a phosphorus light. No heat is there inside it, hence it is a cold light. Phosphorus light or cold light or bioluminescence, everything is same. The emission of light from living organism. Okay. So Pyrozoma, that is not belong to the Urochordata, especially belong to the Thalliaceae class. What is that class? The name of the class here is Thalliaceae. Intunaranta?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Makila, is it clear? Voice? So Thalliaceae is a class in which one is there? Pyrozoma is there, Salpa, Doliola, all these three are there. First, these two Salpa and Doliola will have a circular muscles and will good example for alternative generation. And Pyrozoma is a good example for bioluminescence. Now come to the other class, because of there are three classes are there. Ikkada undi anukunta. Three classes are there. Larvaceae. Okay. That class also present in Urochordata. Larvaceae also present in Urochordata, in which Ichopleura is there. Yemundanta? Ichopleura is there. Ichopleura. That now example for neoteny. Neoteny. You remember that? Because of larval life may be extended in their life due to the delay in their metamorphosis process. So metamorphosis needs a particular kind of hormone. For example, a thyroxine is needed for the conversion of a larva into adult by the process of metamorphosis. If they are grown in a media which is without iodine, automatically in their body the iodine content will be less. If iodine content is not properly available in their body, there is no proper development and growth of thyroid gland, If thyroid gland is not developed properly, it do not produces a thyroxine hormone also. Once the thyroxine hormone is not there, the metamorphosis process may be delayed. Meanwhile, the life of larva, the larval life is going to be extended, and meanwhile that organism will sexually mature and involved in the copulatory activity and finally produces young one. So the young one is coming from another larval-like organism, but sexually matured one. Which one is now not occur in their body? Metamorphosis is not completed in their body. Simply the larval life is going to be extended and finally look like as a larva, but it is a sexually matured one and produces young ones. Yes, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is a neoteny that is exhibited by Eucopleura, that is belong to Larvaceae. It is a class of subphylum Urochordata. Okay, ఇంతవరకు మనం చూసుకున్నాం. Now under Protochordata, which one is there again? Cephalochordata is there. Already we know that Amphioxus or Brachistoma. ఇక్కడ Cephalochordata లో notochord is present in head region. Head region దగ్గరికి కూడా ఎక్స్టెండ్ అయింది కాబట్టి notochord. Such organisms are called as cephalochordates. And one more thing here is they have a permanent chordata characters. They will possess all the chordata characters permanently. Okay, so dorsal tubular nerve cord is there permanently, notochord is there permanently, even post anal tail is also there permanently. Hence we believed them as a typical chordates. And model chordates. ఇంకేమైనా చెప్పవచ్చు? Model chordates. Okay, is it clear? Model chordates or typical chordates are the animal which is having a permanent chordata characters and అంటే cephalochordates only. దానికి ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏం చెప్పా? Amphioxus. ఇక్కడ రాస్తే కనబడుతుందా? Amphioxus or Branchiostoma, commonly called as a lancelet. ఇప్పుడే మనం చూసాం. ఓకే, oral hood is there, oral cirri are there, snout is there, anterior end is sharp one, V-shaped myotomes are here. Okay, no jaws, no appendages, no eye. Okay, such characters are there in the Amphioxus body and they are the filter feeders. Okay, now all of you listen. This is our practical class. We have to maintain 3 separate videos. Each one will have a nearly more than 53-55 minutes. Once if it is 54 or 55 minutes, immediately I will cut it. Within a fraction of second again our recording of our video will be begin immediately. So all students please be in the line, don't cut off. Okay, yes, Vinara?
Yes, sir.